Okay, so the situation is continuing. Now we're at burst of 7,000 TVRC in that one, 300 in that, 300, 200 in that one. So I was using vinegar in a stove to get on with my day. I've run out of vinegar, so I'm going to start using wine in a stove to burn off. Keep it low. Should be enough to negate the gases. Right now, it isn't, and I'm about to collapse. Sadly, I just came home from some shopping. I have things to do in the day. I can't do them. I have to try and keep my cats upstairs. My cat came downstairs for only a few minutes to get to the window, and it couldn't really walk back upstairs. It took it a while to be okay upstairs again. It was hobbling barely. Just managed to go back upstairs again. So I'm having to stay down here anyway to look after the cats in this like dead zone, basically, of this situation. I don't know why this is occurring right now, but the neighbors and all this kinds of how they act and all this kinds of for dominance, basically. And it is ultimately always dominance of me, so I'm and then more pliable for when it gets to nighttime. Basically, it's that psychology. So we're on that still now, which is great. So I'm boiling a little bit of vinegar. I've run out of vinegar already. So I can get on with my day downstairs. I have to keep the cats away from here. And now putting red wine in a pan to boil instead to fumigate the room, which should negate their gas, which it is, as it happens. So I'm going to be a little bit happy. It's only smoke, so it shouldn't really affect me, but it does still negate the gas. That gas is alkaline, so anything acidy at all is fine. So there's that. That's it. That's great. So I just waiting down here with this, and they just continue gassing. They must have more concentrated gas. They must have developed it recently to be able to have a continued stream continuing in whenever they want. So the home has become more of an issue, and because I have implants that cause severe pain all over my body that they've also injected more of this year. There's literally nothing else I can really do except wait for the already told, before this occurred, mental health teams to run on a section. Basically, which has already been told way before this occurred. You can tell by the ambulances driving by the last 2 days, it becomes a standard. So really this, which is now 8,000, it's actually just simply internal home pressure. There's the beeping of it. For the allegation that his home is too dangerous, he needs to be put in a hospital where they'll agree with. Okay, a mental health hospital. So then I'm drugged to be a vegetable again. So that's the whole subject of this no law situation. Basically, there's just no law at all, So there's that. That's it. That's the whole thing. So I'm expecting in the next week or so, we'll have a mental health team now, ignoring the situation, totally, ignoring any evidence that even the authorities have themselves. I'm running with that section again, as it did 2 years ago, and as the authorities know, has not helped the situation at all, because you know what you didn't do? Let me explain. I'll keep it really easy. You didn't arrest anyone. That was what you did wrong. You blame me, you abuse me publicly, and you section me. You see, that's the thing that went wrong. That's why it says it like now. That's why it's what it's like now with everything, the night times, the day times, everything that's occurred, Because you know what you did? You arrested no one. Like now. And this will be the same now. This is why it's increasing pressure. As soon as I got home. As said, we've had ambulances following me around a little bit more today as well. So there is that theme that the NHS have already been told to intimidate. Instead of police, acting on site with protection, or nearby. Intimidate instead, basically. And then this at home from this organised crime group. Fundamentally, they have to be. Even if they're spies, they're still committing organised crime.